and welcome everybody to the Never Ready podcast, episode 20 actually. I was gonna say 21, but it's actually 20. Today we are
Old enough
joined
to drink.
today we are joined by Lee,
How's it going?
by Pedro,
Hi.
and joining us is Gabe.
Hi, kid.
Hey.
So, and I'm Jose, obviously, aka
Nobody cares.
nobody cares.
Is it that obvious?
So we are a podcast about video games and entertainment or whatever. But since the entertainment news is pretty much dead because of COVID, we're just gonna
Like what
video game-
entertainment?
we're gonna talk about video games. So let's get right into it, boys. Let's start off with what you guys have been up to playing and stuff. I'm kind of interested. Let's start off with Pedro. I know Pedro usually has some interesting, especially with Game Pass. He usually tries something new on Game Pass. What do you got for us, Pedro, this week?
All right, so I've been playing like 8 different new games that I've never played in my life. But hey, here we go.
So what stands out to you?
I played. What the fuck is it called? I'm sorry. It was on my Switch. What was it old? It was one. You know those old. I played the Segbyte with somebody else online, which was pretty fun. Tetris 99. I was playing. Streets of Rage 4. Then I played on my NES. My Sega, the Streets of Rage 2.
Yeah.
What else? I was playing Mario 64 a lot this week.
On
Star Fox.
an actual 64?
Of course, man. What do you think? I'm some heathen? Duke Nukem 64. Played a couple hours of that.
How's that hold up? I remember playing the crap out of that as a kid. I think I beat it. I know I beat Doom 64, so I remember playing that after that.
What I do when I play these games, I retard myself, and not in a way that I put myself backwards. So like I think that I'm still in like it's 1998 or whatever year it is, and I'm playing these games. That's the way I put myself. Like that's the state of mind that I put myself in. So it feels great. Crash Bandicoot. Playing a lot
Yeah,
of
it feels
that.
great up until you come back to 2020 and you're rubbing your eyes for 30 minutes straight.
Listen, the one game I can't play is Mass Effect, the first one. Like it's just that I can't. I tried. Remember I told you I was gonna play all of them.
Yeah.
And I played Mass Effect, and then I got to the Mako mission to the same spot where I dropped it off last time, and I was like, "Fuck this! Take me back to reality."
What the fuck?
Plug me out.
Well, it's the game on X. If you play on a console, it's rough because it's like 20 frames most of the time. It's ridiculous.
I fucking took off my own little fucking brain fucking globble, whatever the fuck they call it in the Matrix, and I plugged myself out. Like I was done. What else did I play? I've been playing Civilization 5.
6? Okay. The new one? I think the new one's 6.
6? All right, but I have 5 on my laptop, so I've been playing that too.
5's the better one, and it's the older one. It's the more arcadey version.
Okay, so I've been playing that one, and then I've been playing the one on my Switch, the newest one. So I've been playing
6.
those 2.
How's that work on the Switch? It's really small, like the board and stuff.
I play my Switch on the TV, so it's like not that big of a difference to me.
Okay, yeah.
I started playing Shield.
Oh boy, what do you think of that?
I remember how easy it was to pick up a Pokemon game and actually start playing.
Yeah.
Like the intro. We used to think it was long. Like I used to think that shit was long. But if you think about it, it's like 10 minutes to start the game, and you're off to the first, first fucking trail or road.
Yeah.
Right? This one, it gives you a whole fucking like blockbuster movie before it even starts, and you're like, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Can I just go find some Pokemon? Like, what the hell? I don't care about this dude's brother sister. I don't give a shit.
How far did you get?
I stopped playing. ADD kicked in.
Yeah.
I think I picked my Pokemon and I was done.
I always bring this up, but I think Gabe, you have a Switch, right? You said.
Gabe?
Yeah.
Do you have?
Sorry.
Do you play
I
Pokemon
do.
at all?
Say that again?
How was that?
Say that again?
Do you play Pokemon at all?
I mean, I used to. I haven't
Don't
played
play nothing
Pokemon.
new.
Any of the
Don't-
later
don't-
Pokemon games.
Don't waste your time. I'm going to go to my friend Matt's store. He doesn't pay me anything to say this. and I'm just gonna go buy a Game Boy and I'm gonna play.
You see, you bring up Pokemon, and now I'm gonna go on a small little rant because it's Pokemon.
And because Nintendo does pay
Oh
Jose.
yeah, they pay
Oh,
his card note.
well, if they pay me, they're about to take all the money away. So
Oh damn.
that game, Jesus Christ, like it's like if you look at it online, like it sold a million, like it sold the best, like all this shit, like
Because
whatever.
it looks great from a
No, it
distance. It
doesn't.
looks great,
That
doesn't it?
doesn't.
Wait,
Isn't it the one? Isn't it the one where the sprites don't look like sprites anymore? They look like actual, like filled in animated characters and shit like that.
Sure, it's 3D and everything, but the graphics, like the graphics, not that great. But that to me is not even the issue with the game. The graphic could have been shit, like the same way they are now. The problem with that game is that it's built for like competitive play. So they want you to go through that story, like the campaign or whatever you want to call it, the story, like as quick as freaking possible. So you end up like breezing through it. Like the first few hours are kind of exciting because you still get that excitement of like seeing new Pokemon. You start seeing a bunch of new stuff. Like, oh, this is cool. Like figuring it out yourself. Oh, what does this thing evolve to? Oh, that's a cool ass bird. So that's kind of cool. Or discovering the region a little bit. But then you realize there's no dungeons. There's no like substance to it. Like there's no like I knew something was up from like I think it was a 6th badge or something to the 7th. It took me like 5 minutes between them. I'm like, what? And that game, like I said, like the game is designed legit to you to beat it, get over with, and start doing competitive play. And again, it seems a lot of people love it. Like the majority of people love it. It's like the best Pokemon game, whatever. I'm out. Like that's not what I want.
I don't want to interrupt you. I want to jump on your bandwagon.
No, I jumped on yours. So
the game is tailored to these, and it is. Young kids don't play hard games anymore. The younger guys aren't playing games like how we play. They don't. They would if Ninja Gaiden came out now, kids would fucking cry.
The original?
The NES.
I
played the NES. I played the NES version and the Ninja Gaiden Black. Remember that?
Yes, it was hard as hell. Yeah, I remember that.
If that game came out now, Ninja Gaiden Black came out now, people would freaking stab themselves in the eyes and go real book.
I don't know. Dark Souls is their
but that's a niche. Dark Souls is a niche. I'm talking about like mainstream games have like what they were in the beginning of what they are now. It's like, oh, let's dumb things down for kids, and that's what it is. I mean, I know it's a Pokemon game and everybody already thinks it's already for kids, but yeah, it's whatever. But
I mean, it sounds like it doesn't even sound like they're trying to make it easy. It's just that they wanted to make it more competitive.
Yeah,
they wanted
do stats play and stuff. I'm into that.
Win losses. You going to your friends and going, oh, I have better Pokemon than you and I can beat you.
It's about
and
doing
shit.
the raids and stuff.
Instead of
like you know how to do the natures and stuff, and like what's it called, EV training and all that stuff, like all this other stuff they made easier, so people are happy because of it. It's like, oh yeah, they made training and getting competitive ready, like building your team and doing the right stats and natures and moves and all this other nonsense. Like that, it's fine, it's there, it's cool, but I feel like that game was just too skewed in that direction. Like that, get over.
You still wanted that adventure feel. You still wanted to discover.
You still want to catch them all.
Exactly.
Sure.
Go through the different biomes and put your hat backwards and go through a cave and then end up in an underwater fucking valley that brings you to this whole fucking area where there's secret Pokemon.
The secrets and stuff that before, like I remember like going to the unknown ruins and seeing all these fucking hieroglyphs everywhere, trying to figure out, wait a minute, or like unlocking the Reggie Pokemon. So I don't know if you guys remember those. You have to like if you read you first have to figure out the alphabet, the unknown alphabet. You read it, and then you have to do like, you have to like walk 2 steps forward, 5 steps backwards, and then like once you figure that out, and then you unlock those legendary Pokemon. But like there's like almost none of that. It's very straightforward. I don't know.
If you do like in the story of it, like remember Pokemon Red? If you figured out the Mew glitch, like there's none of that shit anymore.
No, like they I don't know. Like I played the one from before this one, the Sun and Moon. And I felt like the Hawaiian one, like and it wasn't that long ago. It was 2016, and that one, like that game was difficult. Like it was way harder. And it felt like an adventure. It felt like you were actually discovering everywhere. Like everywhere I was going, all these different islands felt cool, and like I felt like I was exploring every nook and cranny. It felt like I was really exploring things. And this game is just, I don't know, like very vanilla and like as far as like journeys, like very I don't know, like I don't know, they dropped the ball, but I think we should move on. Pedro, what else playing?
All right, so I'll round it up. I've been playing a shit ton more of games. I started playing The Man from Medan last night. This is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
The
How's
Man
that?
of Medina?
Yeah, no, Medan.
Yeah, it's the one with the adventure game. It's like from the people that made what's it called? The PlayStation
Till whatever.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. So I started playing that. I got to the first question, and then Kim was like, "Oh yeah, I'm scared. I don't want to see this." So I was like, "All right, cool." But I have been playing Catherine full body on my Switch.
You liking
it? I bet that runs well on the Switch.
I mean, it does. It really actually does. It doesn't.
I'm sure it fits better on a Switch than it does on an actual console.
Yeah, it feels better too because if you're playing handheld and you have the puzzle right there, it makes it kind of like, I don't know, gives you that kind of like more. But I mean, I think it's the best. Obviously, it's the best version of that game. Yeah. If you guys know, it's on my top list of games that I love. Catherine. So playing the full body version, I love how it does that very Japanese thing where they're like, "Oh, this is the elite edition." We'll give you stupid, silly things. Like if you go to the bathroom, there's these sheet glasses that puts everybody in their underwear.
Yeah, of course.
So my character's wearing them underwear, and the funny thing is that you're wearing the glasses, and then the bartender, he's like, "Listen, I lost a special glasses. Have you seen them?" And they're on your head, so you're like, "Ha ha ha."
No.
Yeah, I mean, the other aspect with the extra girl on there and how the story changes, I feel like this is something that should have came out a long time ago, but whatever. Like it's good. It's good. And I started playing Metal Gear Solid.
Which one?
On the Game Pass, right? So it's 2 and 3.
Yeah,
actually, I've been playing on my PlayStation.
1?
I've been playing 2. Sons of Liberty.
Oh yeah, okay. So they have it on Game Pass.
I know.
Achievements.
I know. I don't care about achievements.
Okay. Sad puppy.
Yeah, that game. Jesus, memories.
Yeah. Every once in a while I go back. Yeah, I'll play this for like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, yeah, the controls don't.
Dude,
they don't hold the flow.
I think I beat that game. I don't even know how many times. So
yeah, I've beat that shit a ton.
My little brother. So like the most recent playthroughs were like a few years ago. My little brother got him on his Vita, and I beat it twice on his Vita. Got him a bunch of trophies, and then I got him on the 360. Then I beat it on there twice, and then I started it on my Vita because I also
Yikes, bro! Yikes.
Dude, I played in a PS2. I played it a bunch.
I played it on a bunch on the PS2, but I'm pretty sure that's why I'm like Metal Geared out.
Yeah,
like, for a grip, 3. Those are like the only games that I played, and then especially 3 because 3 felt so good, and there was so much more that it gave you.
I think Snake Eater is the best one.
Me too. Hey, me too. Yeah. I think Snake Eater is the best one. I think it's the most concise one. I think.
Just the beginning of the game is crazy.
Yeah.
Enough was like that was a full game already for me. Like I was like satisfied. I was like, wait, there's more.
But the part 3, subsistence, that one.
Yeah,
I don't like.
That's actually on Game Pass.
Yeah, both of them are. Yep. Yeah, you played a ton of stuff.
I have no job.
Great.
So
that was amazing.
It's great. Oh, it's like the most annoying thing of my life. I've never been this lazy in my whole entire life.
I've been in my early days.
Like I've also been playing Forza Horizon, and like I've been doing the challenges to get the rare cars that they give out. So like right now, the Toyota cars are like the rare shit. Like I have the Torino, I have the fucking all the Celicas, and like my boy, he's obsessed with Toyota, and he doesn't have any of those games. And I was like, this isn't fair. And then like I realized that there's like a market if you go on the auction house. this is the depth of how deep I've gone into this rabbit hole. You can actually sell these cars in the auction for like 20 million credits. Like people have gone fucking nuts. And
That's
crazy. I sold a car for 20 million, and I was like, oh my god.
It's weird because I love Forza Horizon, especially 4. I think the first one's my favorite, but I don't know what cars I'm driving. This one looks nice.
This is nice. Time to go.
I don't know makes.
I love the
models,
fact
nothing.
that my car is like all the cars I've owned are in the game, so it kind of makes me feel like I'm playing them.
And a bunch of the cars that I've owned are on this fucking Horizon, on Horizon 4. I was looking for like the RSX and the Integra and Horizon 3, and it wasn't there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But they had the Warthog. They had the Warthog in Horizon 3, so I couldn't complain. Warthog. And they had Top Gear, if I remember right, in 3, or was that 2?
They still have that.
No, that's 2. That was 2 that had Top Gear. That was like the best fucking
when they brought Horizon. Back some of the top gear. So like, there's missions and stories that you can do. They even have like a battle royale, but I'm not ever gonna.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you if you played that.
No, I might just for the fun, just to say like I can have something to talk shit about.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Lee, what you been up to?
Yikes. Been up to like a fucking lot of shit, honestly. Just trying to go back, claim some achievements that I thought were a little bit more possible and more annoying than anything.
What?
I went back and started playing RE3 because it's fairly easy to.
Why do you do this to yourself?
1,000 to 1,000 for that game, but yeah. I noticed towards the end, and I asked myself that same question. It's like, why the fuck do I do this? So not only is there like an extra hard mode, but there's 2 extra hard modes on top of that extra hard mode. And yeah, let's just say I was stuck on the just extra hard mode for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, but that's always the cool thing about Resident Evil. All Resident Evil games, from what I remember, it's about replaying them like a bunch of times, like with the harder difficulties, getting like the cool ass guns and going crazy with the rocket launcher once you unlock that thing. Go to beat the game again with the rocket launcher, you just fucking shove it up everybody's ass.
just mowing through everything.
Yeah.
Speed running it and whatnot.
Yeah. So how far are you from 1,000?
No, I'm just like two or three achievements away from getting 1,000 out of 1,000.
Did he do that with 2?
No. 2 is nowhere near as easy as 3. 2 is a lot more convoluted and like it's a lot more of a process. It's technically just the same because I believe you all you need to do is beat the game like twice technically for 2. Beat the game twice, maybe 3 times, or maybe 4.
I think it's
twice
4.
on each run, twice on each person.
Yeah, because you got a side B. You got a side B for each one. So
exactly.
Yeah, so you have to. Yeah, it's 4 times. But technically, these games are not that long. Like really, if you know what you're doing, you could beat them like so quick. Even RE2 remake, I'm pretty sure you can do it like in 6 hours if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but that you see that doesn't sound 6 hours where I can play Resident Evil 3 beat the game 6 times or pretty much 7 times in that amount of time.
Jesus.
A normal speed run, like if you're actually trying to beat it quick, is an hour and 20 minutes at the most, or pretty much an hour and 20 minutes is an hour 25 is your limit for S. You have to beat an hour 25 minutes to get S rank. But the game, literally, you could beat the whole thing on the easiest difficulty, with or without the bonuses, pretty much all the tools up front. You could beat the game in an hour.
Yeah.
If you tried hard enough. And although I'm not necessarily always a big fan of games that are super short, a game like that, it tastes right. You just go in, you want to shoot some zombies in the face. If you want to pay attention to the story's there. Especially when you're fresh into 2. When you're fresh into 2 and you know all the story and you've played that and whatnot, it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, that's I think that's always been like the Resident Evil thing, just multiple runs. Because I think 5 might have been the longest one. I think because it was treated more like a just single player straightforward game.
Yeah, it was more of a action shooter, and but they had like those open sandbox areas, so it was almost confused at what exactly it was trying to do. Because like before, you would have one mission where it was like, all right, A to B, that's it, get there. But then there was like another mission where not only did you have to get to A to B, but you had to stop at C, D, E, F, and G in order to get to B and open that door.
Oh yeah,
and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 did that too. Yeah, RE4 did the same thing. Because the thing is, I remember beating RE4 a bunch of times, like just going over and over again, just like trying to get the rocket launcher, trying to get the professional, and to get the Chicago typewriter, that gun or whatever. I remember all those things. Yeah, that's cool. So what else have you been playing?
Well, I'll start with this one. This one isn't necessarily much of a tease. I started playing No Man's Sky again just to fuck around with that and enjoy all the fucking updates on the Xbox.
Dude, let me know. I have it. I haven't played it with anybody. I don't know what to do with that game.
You have the max?
I don't have the max, but it's funny that you say that because I went to a planet where I had to like pretty much fight or run away from one of the mechs. And again, so like it's pretty much every time I play this game, I'm seeing more and more of it, and I discover more about it. And I was pretty much there, not necessarily day one, but at least like version 1. I was there for version 1 when it was a hollow shape of itself.
Yeah.
It was nothing to pretty much do besides scan shit, collect shit, and like sort of built a tree of shit that you can do. Cause base building wasn't necessarily a thing, day 1 or version 1. So all you could do,
nothing was like none of this stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
So like I'm telling you, so every time I play this game, I go out a little further, and it impresses me even more. It's cool.
I'll go exploring with you. Let me know. I just wanna have, like, for me, that I don't mean to jump on, but that game is like, I want something that I can just explore, and I feel like that's the game to do it in.
I'd recommend Subnautica too if you want a small taste of adventure. It's not co-op, but even though a lot of people would love that, but that's a good game that's similar to Subnautica. I mean, that's similar to No Man's Sky, where it's like a survival. You got to collect shit, and it's like a domino effect. You collect this and this, and then that equals up to that, and so on and so forth.
Anybody remember Spore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I played the crap out of that back in the day.
I've never really played that game. I've only played I had the demo where you can make a creature.
Oh, the creature builder,
That's all I had in that game, and I've always wanted to play it. I didn't have a strong enough PC. My laptop wasn't that strong either. So I just want to get. Can they bring that on the console, please? I need that game.
I don't think Spore is ever. I think Max's is done. EA closed them. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I want that. I want that again. That's what
Spore. Yeah, something like that might be cool. Something like that might be cool. Because Spore, I remember Spore was one of the most hyped games in the PC space for a long time, and then came out. A lot of people were disappointed.
Next to Neopets, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because there was the whole thing is that the whole thing with Spore was that you create a living thing. It could be whatever. Like it's like sculpting.
A planet, like a whole bunch of
you create like a species, and then you as to play the game, they become like more like they start as like little
single cell
organism. Yeah, so you start like in the water.
A civilization.
Yeah, and then eventually by the end you end up with a fucking civilization going to space. Like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but it was cool how they evolved. Like, you start a single cell, and they eventually start evolving to the thing you created.
Yeah.
Then they'll like start mating and stuff, and it's kind of random. Like, you see them figure out they figured out fire now, so they can, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, I remember that game.
I'm sorry, I always bring up weird shit to talk about.
No, it's a cool game. So yeah, you say you were playing No Man's Sky. They added like that new update. When was that? That was like a few months ago, right? Beyond, or next? What's it called? Beyond?
No,
there was an update recently. It was updating recently for me.
Yeah, but I think those are just like quality of life updates. It wasn't like a big package update.
Let me see.
I think the last one was next, but I'm not exactly sure. So, And as far as I know, that it might have just introduced was maybe just yeah, I think it's the next update. All I could imagine is just like introduces like again quality of life shit. But
What
as
was
far as
what was the other one? What's it called? The
Beyond,
Beyond. I thought that was the last one. Wait, Exo
I
Mag.
think
I don't.
Beyond
I
was
don't.
the I think that was like last year's maybe.
Okay. I guess they're adding crossplay on it now. That's cool.
I think it's already there to be honest
Oh,
with you, but I'm
that's
not.
dope.
When I was playing when I was playing earlier, it pretty much says like, oh, you're playing with like cross-platform is open, but you're only playing with Xbox players right now.
Cool. I
Um,
might install it on my PC. I haven't.
Yeah.
I think on PC it'll run a lot better than it does on the Xbox because
It should.
there's certain planets that are oh yeah, obviously it should, but there's certain planets that just like have so much shit going on at one time that like the world like folds in on itself, in lack of better terms.
Yeah.
It literally, and I'm not shitting you, folds in on itself,
Ooh.
and
Like
it's like
Inception style.
Inception
Interstellar.
style,
Interstellar.
and
You
you
mean?
have to like fly out of the planet for everything to like clear up.
Dude, that would freak me out in VR.
Bro,
Jesus
you have
Christ.
no idea. You have no fucking idea. And that's another thing too. I'm glad we brought up the VR because maybe we can like switch on to that. But did you hear that apparently soon or going forward, the Oculuses you're gonna need a Facebook account to use them?
Yeah,
Yep.
I saw that today. Actually, that's
Yeah.
funny
That's
they were
fucking
talking about that.
ridiculous.
Well, Facebook owns Oculus. Like, you need
Yeah.
one of our account, buddy.
I mean, who doesn't have a Facebook account? Oh wait,
I don't
I
have a
said that.
Facebook.
I know. I just realized
Yeah,
that.
it just sucks the fact that you have to create
I
one.
just realized.
Why the
I just realized that you
yeah
don't. You're definitely off the grid when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah,
yeah
like that's ridiculous. I mean, for one, why would you want someone all of a sudden you kick someone's ass in a VR fighting shit, and then all of a sudden the motherfucker has access to your entire information. You literally tell people where you eat, and how you shit it on Facebook, bro. And you want a rando that's pissed off at you to have access to all that? No thanks.
yeah. It's weird that was a weird move that they're trying to do that. That makes no sense. I mean, when Microsoft did it, it wasn't as invasive because it was a messenger people used or an email account. But
Hmm.
to force you to, yeah, that's not good. So anything else, Lee, before we go to Gabe?
Yeah, we could switch over. Huh? It's not much to play anyways.
Speak to yourself, buddy, for yourself.
Yeah. Nah.
Gabe, what you been up to? Anything good?
Me, a
I
whole lot
oh
of
wait,
Ghost.
I was just say I think I know because when I'm on I see you on. Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
just a
that game, huh?
whole lot of Ghost, man. I'm actually a lot closer to getting the platinum than I thought I was.
Uh huh.
So
You beat it already?
I, I'm no, no. I'm like right at
He's
the end though.
Yeah, he you did everything else before you actually started doing the main storyline, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think for the most part, everyone who played Ghost of Tsushima went about doing that same because I think the game is just so good and it feels so right that doing going about collecting everything else doesn't feel as burdening as
it
every other
doesn't feel
game.
like a chore because I want
Hmm.
to explore. I want to see what else, man. This is a really freaking pretty game.
Yeah.
Reason 976,402 of why I should have a a PlayStation.
Oh, dude,
Thank you, thank you
that
guys.
game, man, Jesus. But yeah,
No,
And
I've
they just announced Legends,
yep.
the multiplayer co-op. Oh my god! And I was thinking before as I'm playing the game, I'm like, man, this game has the perfect setup to throw in some like mythical beasts. I'm like, is this game gonna do like an Uncharted where you're playing the game and then it starts throwing some supernatural shit at you, and then this comes out and I'm like, I was right.
Actually, you know how Sucker Punch usually does like the expansion DLC, like the standalone
Hmm.
DLC thing they do.
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll do. Maybe the whole Legends thing might be that to some extent, but I wonder if they could do like the same map or whatever, but they just like make it super creepy and folklory. Because remember like Festival of Blood from Infamous 2, like
Hmm.
yeah.
you're a vampire, so it's something like that. That maybe you play as like a demon like a Oni or something, Jin or something. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy like that. You get powers to fly around and something like. I wonder,
Yeah.
or I wonder if the multiplayer thing will be part of it.
For
Like
a
that.
second, I thought they were gonna. I thought for a second when they introduced multiplayer, I didn't know it was going. I didn't know it was co-op. So I thought they were going for a whole Red Dead Redemption type of thing where they're gonna let 8 players just spawn in the world because it's a big enough map, and
Hmm.
you guys can just go around and just
Fuck around.
fuck shit up.
Yeah, yeah, but they're not doing that. I think it's a standalone. It's another thing. It opens up another like
Yeah, yeah,
instance.
yeah.
Yeah, different map. Thing.
Yeah, so it's 2 to 4 player co-op. If you play as 2 players, it give this like co-op story missions you can do, and then the 4 player co-op is like a survival wave, which sounds like a lot of freaking fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a wave thing, and this is some story mission, right? Thing. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So, how Ghost of Tsushima, man, that game, it's super addicting. Um, you're close to the game. Are you like, where do you rate this? I know it's a jumping on you. How do you rate this as far as like PlayStation's first party this gen? Where is it in your list if you were to rate it?
Ooh, I haven't beat it yet, so I still don't wanna
In
give it
other
like the actual score. But if I was
in
gonna
other
give it a
words, it's
score
gonna
right
give it 10.
now, nine. No, no, no. Honestly, a 9.5.
Yeah, 10.
It's
Yeah,
it's it's honestly it's so much fun, man. I just can't.
It
I
sits so well.
it's
It
it,
sits so
it's
well.
sucker punch, man. It's sucker punch.
See, that's the thing. To me, Sucker Punch has done sucker punches. You know, they've released a good game, and then
I like
there's
that. That
another
was
game they
good.
release that's not so well.
I don't know. I feel like every single Sucker Punch game,
I don't know.
just from
Yeah,
the
I
PlayStation,
wasn't.
from the PlayStation era. I'm not talking fucking Rocket Robot on Wheels and 64.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I'm talking the PlayStation era of them. So like when was it? So it was when they got him with Sly Cooper, right?
Yeah,
So like
Sly
Sly
Cooper was
Cooper,
nasty,
like dude, to me,
even all the way until 3.
Sly Cooper felt great. It was always fun. Infamous always felt great. It was always fun. And Ghost of Tsushima, I feel like falls into that gameplay thing that feels good. Like you don't want to stop playing.
See, to me, Infamous started like falling off though. Like Infamous, like I think at the end of the day started like going around, like it was circling the drain, but it's not like they released another Infamous, so you can see them completely get flushed. So
Well, they did three of them. The last one was the one
the
that was
that's
that was the
yeah
one that was a little bit thing, but
yeah
it was still fun. It was still like the story
I
sucked,
liked it.
but it was
I
still
liked
fun
it.
as hell. Yeah, Second Son. Yeah, like, but the thing with Second Son, not to get on a tangent, the thing about that game I remember specifically is that it looked amazing, but it felt like a PS3 game. You know what I mean? Like design of it, like it was like a PS3 game with nice ass graphics.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
I still platinum that one and First Light because they were fucking fun as hell.
Same.
And I think
Same.
yeah, but I think Ghost of Tsushima falls in that line of like being fun as hell. Like you don't want to stop playing that game. You want to just keep playing and playing it. It really like the map as you're exploring. It's like oh one more thing. Oh another question mark right. And it never. Sorry to jump in too much into your conversation, Gabe, but
No.
like is
No, it's
that
fine, man.
you know like usually like in you're storming a camp in other games like oh crap I don't want to deal with this camp like I want to even the camps in the bigger ones too I want to jump in and take them out like oh because you have so many tools especially as you go along in the game to like you could like I don't feel bad if I start stealth and I go and it goes on to like full like
Full
battle
fighting.
it feels
Yeah.
good like I feel like yeah this is all right like this feels right and I just fucking start throwing bombs and shit you know what I mean it is a real good time.
Oh,
What do you
so
think? What do you think?
it's not like a Metal Gear, like when you're like doing some sneaking and you fuck up, and then you have to end up fighting and you beat it, but you still feel like shit, cause even though you
No,
didn't die.
no.
Okay.
This one, it kind of they want
That's
you to do both things.
Or
What do
every
you
time I
think?
there's
play
like
Metal.
that they complement each other. They complement each other so well that you can leave the whole sneaking encounter to a whole full blown battle encounter as seamless as you can go from a full battle encounter into just sneaking and killing the rest of everyone off.
Yeah,
They don't make it impossible for you to break the line of sight and then start sneaking right away and assassinating. Like depending on your armor, you can get away from an enemy like within like a couple seconds
oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
start a chain assassination right after that.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
you know when you can chain assassinate people before they notice you, the brutal assassinate.
Yeah, yeah. What about the? Wait, did we lose him?
No, I'm still here.
No, I think we
Oh,
lost.
Lee.
Yeah, we almost lost me. I
Oh,
caught it.
okay. Yeah, that game is fucking phenomenal. But Gabe,
So
what do you think of the story so far? Are you almost done with it? How's it sitting with you?
Did you beat the game already?
No, I'm still playing the second island, trying to
So
complete everything.
you're on the second act still.
Yeah, but like, how's the story
Phew.
for you so far? Bless you.
No, thank you. Sorry.
Bush.
Um, I'm actually enjoying it, man. I'm really getting the Witcher vibes with a lot of like the side stories and the side quests. How a lot of them are their own little stories. It's just
Yes.
getting you more just involved and
Yeah.
more
I, I
engrossed in the world.
I do enjoy those side stories. I don't think they go anywhere near as good as The Witcher, but they're
Yeah.
No,
still
no, 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 no.
they're still fun. Like there's still like there's some
There's
stuff.
some intrigue. There's enough
Yeah.
intrigue where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Like you could actually sit there and pay attention, and you don't feel like, oh, let me spam A just to hurry up the dialogue.
Like so far, the ones that I've liked the most so far, like Masako stories, is pretty cool. Like I think those the tales are
Yeah,
actually good.
those are really good. I finished
You,
all of them, by the way.
I did
I
Yuna's.
just finished all of them.
Okay, okay. Yuno's like I finished Yuna's and that was interesting.
Hmm
Um,
Region 10,476 that I need a PS.
I mean you could get a cheap
Wow.
PS4 and go
Yeah,
to
I know.
you
I
can
town.
know.
get a
But
PS4 for like fucking almost $200 right now. Like the very first gen like PS4, barely $200.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a car right now. Like I'm changing. I'm
Yo, bro,
in
how many
between cars.
cars do you fucking have, bro? You're always
Uh,
like, but since I've known you, you've gone through or you've said that you're trying to buy three different cars, bro.
yeah, but this time I really am. Right now I have two, but I really am getting. I gotta get
um
rid of all them cars.
but
Exagerado, man.
talking about more ghosts because I could talk about this game all day. Um Gabe, I don't know if it's, dude, I think this game more than freaking Last of Us makes my PS4 Pro fucking scream. Like my wife last night, she's like she's on her AirPods trying to watch something. She's like, Jesus Christ, that thing, my PS4, like I could have been fucking playing Flight Simulator. Like it could have sounded like yeah, fucking plane. Is that doing it to you, or is it just mine? I don't know.
Surprisingly, it isn't that loud for me.
Dude, I don't. Dude, I'll be playing, having a session. I'll be fine, and out of freaking nowhere, at like some random point, it just kick up, and it just stay there. I got afraid last night. I'm like, what the hell? It was so loud. I just saved the game and just got out. And
That
went
was
back.
me. That was me with I think it was The Last of Us, where at one point it was like it was
Yeah,
heaving.
well,
It
Last
was
of
just
Us,
heaving. It was
You're like,
with
yo,
pushing.
Last of Us
you're like, yo,
too,
the thing's
like
gonna
you
catch
could
on fire.
my PS4 fucking sounded like it was trying to take off and shit like that.
Yeah, it was so funny. But anything else game you play besides that? Besides Ghost?
Honestly, no. There's other games that I want to. I mean, that's my main focus right now. Just taking care of my baby now that she's walking around.
Oh boy, yeah.
Just takes up a lot of my time now.
Oh,
It's
yep.
gonna it's hard for me to play multiplayer games, but when I do, I just recently bought Rogue Company. I'm gonna try that out soon.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That game looks interesting.
Yeah, what is it
It's
that
on Switch
shooter?
too. Yeah, it's on Switch
So
too.
yeah, so
Surprisingly.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I saw gameplay of it, and it looks and feels a lot like Uncharted's third-person shooting,
Uh
and
huh.
I was really good at that game. So that's one game that I'm waiting to play. And then I really want to play Fall Guys just for fun. I haven't tried it yet.
I know. I've been. It's funny you say that. I legit. I must have forgotten to text you guys. I think I didn't. I text on the chat. I told you, and I think I might have forgotten. But I was wanting to see if you and fucking George
My
wanted to get on Fall Guys just to see.
is that the one with the little white like?
No, that's Human Fall Flat.
Yeah.
Fall
Oh, okay.
Guys is pretty much Wipeout meets the blobs, colored blobs people thing.
Yeah, like
But
it's
The
like
Battle
imagine Mario
Royale.
Party. Imagine Mario Party, but every mini game is like you get kicked off. You play a bunch of like it's a bunch of mini games back to back, right? and then the last one wins or whatever. But
like it seems fun. It looks fun. It seems fun, but I think it's overrated. Cause like there's to me like there's only like five. I mean I'm kind of exaggerating or under exaggerating whatever. But there's like only five like a maps type of shit. You end up doing the same maps over and over and over and over again, and then it's like okay. Eventually, the competition's gonna go through the roof because you're gonna have the people that actually know the levels and et cetera, et cetera. And then eventually you're gonna know the levels. And then when does it? I think more games are relying on this grind, because there's a sub layer to that game where you're unlocking little costumes and little knickknacks, fucking eye patches, hats, costumes, shirts, pants, and that's like the meta. You want to the more you win, the more points you get, or more experience you get. More experience you get, the more unlockables you get, and that's like the actual meta.
As a progression, yeah.
But it's a battle royale game, and like a lot of battle royale games, that's kind of the problem a lot of them have. Is you're playing, you're dying, you're losing, you're dying, you're losing, you play again. Eventually, yeah, you're gonna want more. I mean, I know they are most likely gonna put out more content for the game.
Oh yeah,
It's just a matter of waiting. I mean, fair criticism for sure. I haven't played it yet too, so I'm just there.
I haven't played it either. But to me, like I don't care about the progression of that. Like to me, like if I were to play it, it's like
fun,
just have a fun time, like a fun, you know what I'm saying, like 20 minutes or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just to see, because it feels like a game that you could legit just have a great time, like fucking, Pedro and Lee, we were playing Halo, and playing that big ass map and just fucking Pedro's on top of the fucking what's it called, that flying
the
thing?
The
Hornet, and like just fucking shenanigans happening, and fucking Pedro got
fucking
sniped.
douchebag didn't know how to fly it.
I know, like that type of nonsense. That's what I see.
When we're doing that again, we have to do. I've been playing with a couple guys from like high school.
Yeah.
Like we've all been playing with each other since original Xbox. And like, yeah. So I've been playing Halo with them. The other day we were doing custom games, like just talking about that. Like we did custom like rockets on elephant with with all the like with your speed and the gravity off.
Dude, real quick before you continue, they're gonna add a custom game browser. That's
what?
Fucking, yeah, dude. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
People can make their own custom games and you can match make them.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. That's gonna be awesome.
What?
It's gonna be interesting. The thought of it. The thought of it sounds cool, but curation. I wonder if there's gonna be some type of like racing, actual game, like actual still a battle, forge map. Like you get what I'm saying? Like still things into subsections.
Did anybody ever play Jenga? Remember Jenga?
Yes.
Yeah.
On Halo 3, that shit was fun. I want to see that again.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making one.
You're talking about like the reverse Jenga, where it's like a giant tower and you start at the top and everything's falling below, and you're trying to survive the fall, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the one with it was like a fucking those games. It was like with the barrels on the top and they hit like the pins on the way down. Remember those?
Yeah. or the mazes that you had
the mazes were fucking fun. Some people would know how to make mazes. I remember trying to make mazes.
Yeah, that fun times, especially with the replays. But back to Fall Guys. Yeah, that game I definitely want to get on and try that out. I feel like this game, it feels very similar to like how it's becoming like super popular and stuff, like through PS Plus. The same way Rocket League. Remember that game when that came out?
And Rocket League,
that was like a phenomenon.
But some people were hating on that. Like,
dude, that game,
that's just fun.
Dude, I don't play sports games, but when I remember that summer when it came out and I was playing it, that game was fun as hell. Like Jesus, that game was fun. It was like so much fun to play that game. But I think I see something similar, like how that game took the world by storm. I kind of see Fall Guys doing that. Like right now, I don't know if it'll last forever, but right at this moment, it's kind of weird how that game grabbed the conscience of a lot of gamers. But yeah, Gabe, playing multiplayer games that's gonna become a lot trickier from now on. I'll tell you that right now. it really becomes like I have to wait for my kid to be sleeping. Like I can no
Yeah,
longer like.
yeah, that's exactly where I'm at right now.
Yeah, like when they're younger, they're little. I was able to still play games a lot better. Like I remember like beating Spider-Man and stuff and playing a ton of games because like they couldn't move that much, so they couldn't
Yeah,
stay next to
single
me.
player games. That's why I've been able to play Ghost as easily as I can. I mean, I still haven't beat it.
Yeah.
Normally, I've beaten games
Oh yeah.
much quicker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, right now my kid is at the point he sits next to me and he just goes horsey, horsey when he sees me riding the horse, or like where he sees like the fox, he's like dog, woof woof. So he just gets next to me, starts watching because that's the game I've been playing the most. So
That's awesome, though. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. But then he starts jumping on me as I'm trying to play because he wants attention. So he starts trying to put my face towards look at him. I'm like, hold on, buddy. He starts jumping on me, and I'm like, Darlene, come get him. So yeah, fun times.
And the
Yep,
last thing that I've been playing
yep.
from the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater demo.
Oh God, how'd you get it? You pre-ordered it or
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, I pre-ordered it.
how's it
I'm
really?
getting this game.
Oh,
I'm
I've
How
heard
getting
much?
this
How
game.
much is the game?
It's
60,
cheap, dude. I think no, it's like 40
40.
bucks, and I think
Not
like the
bad.
deluxe is like 50.
I might get it on PC.
That seems like something I might get.
So what'd you think of it? Does it? So far I'm hearing that it feels right.
It feels right, and at the same time more modern.
How do you do
Cause
that?
it feels like the original game as far as physics and as far as just the way the game feels. Like right off the bat, I was able to pull off a 200,000 point combo, like
Okay.
Okay.
pretty
Oh
freaking
yeah, because
easily.
they added reverbs, right? Like on this one, like from three.
Yeah, they added reverbs, and they also added when you're going
What
when you're
was?
inverting from one ramp to another.
Yeah, yeah. What's that called? What do they call
A
that?
spine? A spine?
I think so. I
Yeah, it's a
think so.
spine. It's a spine.
Can't
They
remember from
they
the top
they
of my
got
head
that
right
from
now.
Underground, the first one.
Yep,
That's
the
when they
first
started
one on
doing.
the ground.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
spine. I have that on
yeah.
my PS2. I was playing that the other day, but I was like,
That
nah,
game, that game. So what do
that
you
game
think
did
of
not
it?
age well.
What do you think of the like there's the okay, there's a question I need to know. When you start off, because there's the warehouse, right? The map.
Yeah.
Is Superman playing? Is that what?
Yes.
Well, okay. All is right in the world.
Yes, dude.
Okay,
I
so
can't believe I
definitely
still
gonna
remember the
pre-order
whole
that right
freaking
now
song.
just because of that.
Yeah. Oh snap! Who went away?
Lee
Yo.
hasn't been saying anything.
Oh yeah, Lee. I think Lee
Cause
died.
Lee would have had a comment about that right now.
Oh, look, you're
Can
back,
you
dude.
guys
What the
hear
hell?
me?
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, now we can.
You left.
Yeah, no, it's just for some reason my mic wasn't picking up. What game are you guys talking about?
Tony Hawk. He's playing the
Tony
demo.
Hawk.
It's like
Nice.
I'm
And
going
it's
to the store right now.
and it
That's what I'm
starts
doing right now.
and it starts off with Superman. So, dude, that song and that in the first game are so it needs to have those songs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of
granted,
those
it
songs need
didn't
to be there.
start with it. The demo has a few tracks. For me, the first track was Superman.
oh, dude, because that is the way. That is how that game starts. Oh yeah, that's how that game goes. Like, Jesus Christ. So you're up on it. Oh, by the way, are they keeping it the same as far as like it's run based, right? So you got like 3 minutes,
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh, yeah, and you get like the challenges, right? Get the tape, get
There
the
is no challenges on the demo. It's just a free run. So they're
okay,
just giving you 2 minutes to just skate around, have fun.
okay. But the full game, did they say they're gonna have the challenges and all that
It's
stuff?
Oh
just
yeah,
like
yeah. It's
it's
gonna
like
have
the
challenges and
underground.
stuff.
It's like the underground demo from back in the day, bro.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I had that.
Eh,
Yeah.
that disc.
Oh, dude, you kidding me? Oh man, Tony Hawk is back, baby. Dude, you know what? It's weird. Like the two of the games I'm actually low key really excited about are like old, like. Oh,
Sorry.
okay, Superman just let's play. Freaking Crash Bandicoot and this game, which is weird. You know what I mean? Like really, those two games I'm actually really excited for, which is
The new
hilarious.
Crash looks
I
good.
look up
Looks,
I
looks
look up
amazing.
gameplay for the new Tony Hawk, and that's the first song that starts playing.
Oh, dude, it needs to. That is so ingrained. So your main takeaway is that it feels good. What else? What else can you say? Like, what did anything surprise you about it?
I want to. Well, There's no more like getting up from the board. You know how usually there was an animation where if you busted, he'd get up, like get back on the board and then go.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that old
Describe
ass
it to them.
animation.
Describe it to them. I've seen it. I don't know if I'm on board with what I saw, but tell them what it is. What happens now?
It's like your character kind of rewinds in a way.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a glitch effect, right? Something like
Yeah,
that was weird.
exactly.
Why is that? Like, I don't know.
It's not. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, yeah, it's a little quicker than waiting for the whole animation to go. So you get right back into it.
Okay.
So I just downloaded.
Hey, you guys wanted your arcade game? There it is.
No, it's just weird. Like seeing a glitchy effect. It's just like, wait, what? It's just kind of, especially they're trying to keep everything so original, like so close to the original game. There's just kind of like a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
I'm looking forward to this game for sure. And if anybody here wants it, bring it.
Oh, dude, wait, you gotta play horse?
We'll play horse. I'm down.
Okay. Oh, jeez, man.
Or score. We'll do a old
tag?
School score challenge.
Yeah,
score
challenges.
Yeah,
was my shit.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have
fucking,
to get that.
fucking playing, using Spider-Man and staying in the air for like fucking 10 seconds, just doing tricks.
No, watch him make Spider-Man exclusive. God damn it.
Yo, I remember that shit.
Oh,
man.
Fucking Solid Snake.
Because the thing is that in Tony Hawk, the special moves were like cheat codes at the end of it.
Oh yeah, you have to learn the combination. Yep.
So I just pre-ordered it right now. So how do I get the
access demo? I don't know.
It should have been included.
It should be downloading.
Oh, check your code. You probably got a code or something.
Or worse, and it's a Sony demo exclusive type of shit.
No, it's on everything. The demo.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should. I mean, I think. So you should be good, Pedro. So. Oh yeah, dude. I'm also on board, dude. I'm so freaking excited for that game. Wait a minute. What? On PC? It's not on Steam. What's it on? Sony.
I'm on my
Epic.
Xbox.
Is it in the Epic Store? No
Epic Store? Way. No, I don't. I wouldn't know, but it'd be hilarious. Cause again, considering this whole embargo shit.
That's weird. All right. So is that it, Gabe?
Yeah.
All right. So similar to Gabe, it is Epic Store. The game, two games I've been playing. The first one obviously is Ghost of Tsushima. Like I'm trying to play at least an hour a night. You know what I mean? Just to like make some progress. Like it's one of those games.
There's a lot to do, man.
Dude, it's so much. I get major Breath of the Wild vibes. Like like letting you go. You know what I mean? Like, and
it would be in. Well, see, that's where it would like. I'd like. One of the reasons why I stopped playing Ghost of Tsushima is because like, I wanted it to last longer. I wanted that.
Jesus.
The thing is that I won't get what I necessarily want from it at the end of it all. Like I'm almost still expecting like this whole world, like almost a whole chunk of Japan to open up and be available to play. Like this is just a tutorial type of shit. Like and then like all of a sudden the survival element where I need to send food to villages that are running low on food, supplies to warriors that need supplies. I'm in a cold area. I need to keep warm. I'm in a hot area. I need to stay cool. My stamina.
You want a deeper mechanic.
I would be interested in those type of mechanics. It feels like it would feel right in a game like this, like a survival element where you need to study your enemy for a while before you go in and attack.
Sounds like you wanted this to be more like Red Dead
or Breath of the Wild.
Or like Breath of the Wild, more like Breath of the Wild.
Well, I'll tell you what, because Gabe, you played Breath of the Wild, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so see those ideas are cool, but it gets freaking annoying. Did you ever do that quest when you have to light the torches and it fucking keeps raining, so the water turns the torches? That's annoying as hell. Like, yeah. or like when you have to like when it's raining and you can't climb, dude. You literally have to go.
Just slipping about.
I literally have to wait there for the rain to end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, but it gets annoying. At some point, you're like, okay, let me fucking just do the thing I'm trying to do. I don't want to deal with any of this shit. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if the sequel gets that, because remember at the 2 episodes ago we talked about how Nate Fox from Sucker Punch, the director of the game, he did say that as they were developing the game, they played Breath of the Wild and inspired them to kind of open it up. So that's why I feel like the game. I don't know if you noticed this game. Like it feels like they opened everything up in any order. So sometimes they tell you things that have not happened yet, or like things that you've already been doing, and generally replies to it like it's the first time.
Like
Because there's no like order to it. You know what I mean? Like what I mean
Yeah.
is like there was originally an order to it. They played Breath of the Wild and like okay, let's just do it any order. So they still have those
Mhm.
little tidbits of those things there. So the game was already in development when they played Breath of the Wild. So you could imagine the next one could have more.
so I'm hoping that
Stuff.
if they again if they keep that like pseudo realism um theme into the game and the whole samurai glorification and all that noise, I would love them again to get into like some fucking Sengoku era shit where it's like most of Japan and the war and like the feuds between the clans, one clan trying to become trying to become the shogunate and trying to take Kyoto for themselves and shit like that. And you are either a small family, a small clan, or a nobody clan, a nobody that becomes somebody, a complete wild card, and you kind of develop your own story within what sort of actually happened in real life and shit like
Yeah,
that. I'd
I
love to see
wonder.
that approach.
I wonder because it's still gonna be. I think Jin's still gonna be the character, right? I'm assuming it'll still be him.
Makes
I
I'm
mean,
not.
sense.
he might go
I'm
to the
not
mainland.
sure.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of people saying that the next one should have a female.
Okay.
You know how that
Uh,
goes though.
yeah,
Is it like is it an actual opinion or is it like can we just have a girl in a game opinion?
I don't know. I just saw a whole bunch
Like
of
a Konichi.
articles popping up about that.
A
Yeah.
kunoichi
I wonder.
the
Yeah, I wonder if they'll like go back in time or forward in time. I wonder.
I would
What?
honestly love to see more of what they're gonna do with Legends, where it goes mythical, more like oh god,
but
what's
I
the
was
name? Neo 2, more like Neo 2, because I feel like this game would can have a similar aesthetic, but just a whole different style of gameplay and
so
adventure. You know?
Yeah.
I was kind of like that was one of my things early in this game when they were announcing more and more of this game that I was hoping that not full blown fantasy but like the mix of the two like what is it like what like the movie what is it not Crouching Tiger but the ones where like they're jumping all over the bamboo and shit like that they're like fucking pretty much floating
That
as
is
they're
Crouching Tiger,
oh
Hidden Dragon.
I
Yeah.
guess it is. Well, like something along those lines where it's like exaggerated but still within, still planted on Earth. Those crazy like movie-esque moves where you pull out your sword in one swing and then swing it back in the sheath, and then like five dudes next to you just all died. And what really happened was that you slashed five times, but you did it so fast that it only looked like
I
one
I
drop.
I wonder because the whole thing, the whole premise is to be like Kurosawa. So I wonder if they'll go that route. I mean, anything's possible. I just wonder. Like I don't. It's part of me says like maybe they won't go that route because they're going for a specific type of tone unless they just switch it up completely for the second one, right? Like switch it up oh it's not really adhering to the style or whatever like
Because
or to the first one.
they almost go that route with like the special skill missions, the side quests,
The
but for
yeah
the special skills,
the Mythic Tales, yeah.
yeah, they almost go there. Like even the way that they present it, it almost goes like completely offbeat to every other mission that you're playing, type of
Yeah,
shit.
it's
So
mythical
exactly. So it's almost like laying down the foot
foundation.
yeah or the
Foundation.
foundation to what they're showing us now. But again, it's like I like it. I see the way that they're going, but it's not necessarily the way that I think that I'm thinking that they should go. And again, it's my opinion, but I feel like it'd go better my way. But who
Um,
knows?
actually like I'm the almost not about the like the mythical stuff. I think that might be
Hmm.
cool, but like as far as like whether like the reason I like this game so much is because it's very gamey and it's not
Hmm.
afraid to be gamey. It's like hey, dudes are in front of you. They fucking take forever to see you. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's like like that kind of crap. Like or like I don't think I want like any forces of nature like messing with me or getting in my way. I
But
think you can still do it.
what would be cool is all of a sudden fucking you go into like some crazy ass cave dungeon and there's a dragon there and he teaches you an ability type of shit.
Oh,
That
dude, it'd
and
be
then
cool
when he
if you have
teaches you, he
7
flies
balls you gotta
out.
find.
That'd be pretty awesome too. And you make a
This
wish, and every time you
motherfucker did
die,
not
and
just say that.
every time you die, you
This
come back to life.
motherfucker.
No, dude, what if you fly on a cloud? That'd be fucking crazy.
Oh my god, bro, that'd be super dope.
What if you had a tail and came from space?
And then all of a sudden, when
And
it's
you're kind
full
of like
moon, you turn
Jesus,
into a
but
giant
not
fucking
really.
gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and finish the game by tonight.
Oh, jeez. I mean, you're so close then, jeez.
I want the
I'm
text
already on the
message
third
saying
act.
that you got that far. I want to hear it.
All right, so
I have to live through you guys, so I don't know because
okay.
I've only like it's fun to go to see George play and it looks so nice and you're like, I wish I
Dude,
had this at
you
home.
literally just buy a PS. I don't understand. Like we're adults
Yeah,
here.
bro. Exactly.
Just-
Get yourself a PS4, bro. What's wrong with you, dude? Again, they're
I
not
don't know why I
like
haven't got one yet.
you don't
they're
have to
worth
choose.
scrap change. They're
Well,
literally worth
actually,
scrap change
I'm
compared to
waiting.
how they used to be.
I'm waiting because Matt he usually gets them the kid my friend he usually
Yeah,
gets them in the store. So I'm
perfect.
waiting for
He
him to
might
get.
get them on like a cheaper price. He might give
That's
it
what
to
I'm
you the price.
saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just waiting for him to call me. Like, yo, I got this one. And I'll pick it up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a good idea. I recommend it. You have a lot to catch up on, especially if
Welcome to the dark side.
Dum dum dum.
I think Xbox the dark side, bro. But
Yeah, I feel like
this year, I think that this generation's Xbox is the dark side.
I'm
all
Bro,
right.
right
bro,
now.
that's
I'm
funny. You're
cleaning up
right.
my
You're right
hard
about
drive.
that.
I'm cleaning up my hard drive on my Xbox right now. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yo, bro,
deleting
like
shit.
you don't own another separate external hard drive too,
I
bro? How do
do,
you
but
play
Dude,
games?
we're not all freaking rich like you. Jesus Christ.
I have one,
Nigga.
and I have it all full already.
How
Like
much?
so,
4 terabytes? Makes
uh,
sense.
no, I had it's a 2 terabyte.
Yikes,
So,
even worse, bro.
Jesus. Yo, guys, this talk is upsetting me. I remember when I got my PSP, and that 1 gigabyte thing felt like a fucking lot. All right, and it was $100 for that little fucking
Yeah, that little
bitch,
chip,
that
bro.
little
I
chip, right?
remember that. I
That SD
remember that
card.
shit on my PSP. I
You
remember
guys are
that shit.
killing me right now. All right, real quick. So the last game, I said Ghost of Tsushima. The other game I've been playing that I posted up on the chat is Ni no Kuni 2. And if you're into JRPGs, I recommend buying it. It's on the PSN sale right now. It's $20, and it comes with all
Ooh,
the DLC and everything. So
wow, on the
It comes with all the
PlayStation.
Oh
DLC.
yeah,
yep,
it
Oh,
it
comes
comes
with
with
all of it.
a season pass included,
oh,
bro.
on the
So
And
PlayStation.
it's
So
about
great,
yeah, the thing is
PlayStation.
it's about to
Ooh,
run out,
we've
so
been
if you
talking
really
about
get it
PlayStation. I
yeah.
feel really left out. Ooh,
Hey, there's a sale on the Xbox too right now. So
quick.
What do you
yeah,
Yeah.
think of the
I
game
should.
so far? I,
oh,
No
did
I've
you
known
Coon?
of Nino. I've known of Nino
Uh,
Kuni, so I know very well about it. I've just
play?
kind
So
of
you played the first one, right?
I've played but didn't beat the first one.
I so me too. I got near the end. I think I got after you get the dragon, you start flying. I got like some bit after that because I was really trying to do. I was literally trying to do every single side quest on my way to the end of the game. So
that's
Yeah, it's a
crazy,
lot.
bro.
It's a
I
lot.
Yeah,
played
that's a
like
fucking lot, bro.
I think I played like 30 something hours of it, of 40 hours of the original. So yeah, um, it's a lot like actually it's not a lot like it. It's very different than the first one. There's no more like battle screens. It's more like it's like real time, but like a circle gets drawn around you. The combat's almost completely different than the first one. Because in the first one, your character barely does any damage. Just the little Pokemon guys you have, right, that do the
Yeah.
fighting for you. And this one,
And
no.
this time you're fighting.
Yeah, it's funny though, because in this one, it's still like the whole thing of the two worlds type thing, the real world and the magic world. But in this one, rather than being a kid, you're like the president. It looks like the United States or whatever, Japan. You're like in the limo going, and you get warped over
The other world.
to Ding Dong Dell. So I'm not sure how far, like, is this in the future or the past of the old Ni no Kuni? I'm not sure yet because you're trying to. There's a like the beginning of the game. It's like a coup going on to overthrow the current king, but the little you pretty much teleport to this kid's room, and he's like the I guess the heir to the king. His dad just died, so he's the new king. So they're trying to take him out and ding dong dell. So that's like pretty much you help him out, getting out, and you go on this adventure. Pretty much that's like the setup for it. So it's very whimsical. It's very Studio Ghibli, right? So if you like Studio Ghibli stuff, like
it's fantastical.
Yeah, fantastic. So I don't think the art was done with Studio Ghibli in this one, but it's similar enough.
It wasn't. No.
Yeah, so it's
Studio Ghibli didn't work on this one.
Yeah, so you could tell it's not the same art style, but it's similar enough, right? Surprisingly, it runs at 60 FPS too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there is still very Ni no Kuni in as far as tone, if you know what I mean. But everything else is different. The combat is like about switching weapons. So you get like you can equip like up to 3 primary weapons, and then you have a legit like a pistol, like a real life pistol in this mystical world they could shoot with, which is kind of hilarious. So you legit fucking there's a cinematic when this dude just shoots a knight with a pistol. He just throws him over a cliff. It was hilarious.
Nice.
It was a fucking gun. He's strapped. And yeah, there's still magic and all that stuff. But I recommend Gabe pick it up. $20 is a fucking steal, especially with the DLC. And you're into JRPGs. This is. I mean,
how many 200%? How many hours is that game? You think?
Dude, JRPGs operate on a different fucking level.
Yeah, it's scale.
Western games.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm always I've always been interested. I've like me too. I've always like followed Ni no Kuni, but I've never necessarily sat down and actually played one. But I've always wanted to. But there was always that like underlying fact that I'd like it enough to try to 100% it. But then I get depressed because I don't want 100% it.
Yeah, it's because 100%ing these games is kind of like, oh, get every recipe, get every item, get like what I'm saying, stuff like that like is just ridiculous. Usually JRPGs do that. I'm not sure in Ni no Kuni, but JRPGs almost to a T use the same thing. But the only thing is, Gabe, that you'll notice after playing, especially FF7 remake, this is not anywhere near as that. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't feel as good. It still feels like in many ways like a PS2 type. It's not, but like it'll remind you of that. If you know what I
know.
Like
I've done enough research on that game where, like I said, I'm interested in it, but I think it's the whole town building aspect of it that I just don't want to deal with just yet. That's really putting me off because time management, things like that in games where I don't have much time to play games. So
I haven't hit that thing yet, but so I watched some reviews before I bought it just to like refresh my memory. And so from what I understand, you only have to do the tutorial of it, and then like you could like ignore it if you want. I think that's what I read. But there's benefits if you actually engage in that stuff, maybe like items and stuff like that. So I'm not sure.
I'm playing the Tony Hawk demo right now.
Oh, you son of a bitch! God damn it!
Because you guys are all talking about stuff. I had to
say. Hey, Pedro.
That reminds me
I'm
of
play
Fire
Simulator right now, Pedro. How you like them apples, all right?
I wouldn't. I want to.
God damn it, Pedro!
Like I'm gonna shit a full uncracked egg. That's how frustrated. Like I'd be so frustrated. An uncracked, perfectly formed egg will come out of my ass.
Oh, jeez.
That's how frustrated I am that I can't play that game right now.
All right, guys. So this is some news before we wrap it up because I need to wrap it up soon. So let's outside the room. So we talked already about Ghost of Tsushima Legends. It's coming out this fall. Shadow dropped out of nowhere, right? Nobody was expecting that.
No, it was.
You guys seem like I'm not too much into like multiplayer stuff, but I'm definitely interested in this because I like Ghost of Tsushima so much. Not because I don't like I've played this every single time, I guess, but like not because I don't like multiplayer. It's just my time is so limited, like you said, Gabe. So the last 2 years, I kind of like I don't even think about multiplayer games anymore in a way. Like I legit don't even think about it because like my time is just so constrained. But the idea of it is definitely interesting. Do you think they're gonna add like another trophy list for this, like a separate one, or like
It looks like its own expansion, so I think so.
Okay, that's kind of neat. But you know, one of the lingering questions I have with this thing is like, what's the progression? Is there a progression? You know, or is there like, are you upgrading? Do you?
I don't know.
So I know they announced. Oh, sorry.
That's what I see a scheme coming is you have these four classes. They're all four individual classes. I don't know if it'll have some type of armor scheme, but it has some type of leveling scheme where you have to invest time and learn each one,
Oh
and
man,
then
this feels like.
decide whether you want to go and try the next one out or just main a certain one.
Got you. Yeah.
We got samurai, a ronin,
Oh, this is
an
amazing.
An
assassin,
assassin and like
and
some type of
and
ranger class.
It feels like pretty much
Hunter.
what the game main allows you to do to separate those aspects of the game into their own classes.
exactly. They were saying like the legends of the mythic tales. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get to play as Gosaku
Oh,
and
okay.
The
Tayadori.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So
the archer.
he's the archer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that
So let's
the animation when you fall down, it doesn't bother me that much.
okay. But it is weird though, right? You weren't
It
expecting.
is kind of it's kind of like it's in the Matrix.
Yeah,
You know
type
what I mean?
shit.
Like it's a glitch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we didn't touch upon it. I mean, me and Lee already talked this thing to death already, but I want to get your guys' take on it real quick. Yeah, Halo Infinite got delayed.
Fuck
Uh,
that.
we got
Why do we have to
dude,
talk about it?
but we
Why
knew
do
it
we
was
have to
gonna
talk
happen.
about it?
We knew
Why?
it was
But
gonna
why?
happen.
But why? But
It
why? But
needs
why?
it.
But
It
why? But why?
needs it.
It needs it. We
It
knew it was gonna
I
needs
happen.
it.
know, but I'm angry. I can be angry. I'm allowed to be angry. This is America. We're angry about a lot of things. I'm angry about that.
You should be happy that you're not
No,
getting an
no,
inferior
no.
product.
Oh, I'm so used to it. Why can't they just be like everybody else?
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
Yikes. Throw this
Listen,
man
listen,
out the window now.
listen. Um,
Fuck everybody. I'm so
dude,
angry.
look,
There has to be a masochist, man.
Microsoft,
Jesus.
Microsoft needs to look at Sony.
Listen,
Sony does not give
Gabe, what I
an
do in my
look,
personal life is
dude.
none of your business.
Pedro, I know Pedro's playing around, but like Sony and Microsoft don't give a fuck. They don't care if they announce the game is coming out tomorrow. They'll delay it tomorrow if they need to. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Nintendo's like, no, it's delayed. That's it. Like, suck it. You know what I mean? Like, and doesn't matter if the game like Last of Us got delayed like 5 times. Like almost every single. But that's what it's required.
But no one's bitching about it. No one's really. Sony fanboys didn't make a fucking fiasco about it because it's not a next gen launch.
That's
It
different.
wasn't
That's different.
exactly.
It's the launch. It's a launch title. That's the big difference here. It is a launch title. So automatically, if you're waiting to get a Series X and that thing gets delayed, you're like, okay, so what now? You know what I mean? Like, so I can see that. But obviously, fanboys use that as fuel to argue, right? Rather than seeing the situation. Speaking of that, so before we get too crazy, yeah, I'm bummed about it, but I think it's the right thing. That game needed to get delayed. There's no ways around it. I'm not gonna quote Miyamoto, but you guys know the quote. The other game that got delayed today was Deathloop, and that was the Bethesda game exclusively launching on PS5 or forever exclusive. I think it's like launch exclusive, right? It's like a year.
Yeah, it's a launch exclusive, but I'm sure it's coming out on another. It's that
Yeah,
Tomb Raider thing.
yeah.
But did we really see anything on that Deathloop game
We
for
saw
us to care?
I don't care about the game, but it's just worth talking about because it is a launch title, a Bethesda game for a fact. You know, like I was telling Gabe, I'm not sure Spider-Man's coming out this year. Like the or
I
anything
or don't or
or
at least
anything.
don't expect or at least or anything. Yikes! Don't expect Spider-Man to be this whole big thing, like this whole like don't expect it to be Spider-Man 2.
It's not.
Uh,
No, it's not. It's not. It's just pretty much an expansion that got it's a standalone expansion game. Like also, don't be surprised if that game also comes out on PS4. Like they haven't said exclusively on PS5. They haven't said it. People are just assuming that. They didn't say launch. They legit said holiday. People are assuming it's launch. You know what I mean? That language, I'm very careful to look at that stuff because they say those things for a reason.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Um. So yeah, at this point, no game is safe. Cyberpunk, it's not safe. And like at this point, the game got delayed 5 times.
Cyberpunk already's been delayed a few times now, so like.
I think it's been delayed enough that it's probably gonna come out.
Dude, at this point, I've been waiting for the game for 8 years. Like at this.
I know it's been a while, huh?
I know it's 2012. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
how long ago was the Keanu Reeves came out? Was that last year? I don't even know.
Yeah, that was last year. The whole Keanu Reeves thing.
I thought it was like right after the Matrix.
But
Matrix came out. The last Matrix came out.
So let's talk about just delays in general. What do you guys feel? Are you guys having the same feeling I am? Like nothing is safe at this point. Everybody's being really vague. Nobody's showing anything really. Like Microsoft and Sony, they're not showing that much. They're keeping things close to the chest.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I got myself a PC. You got yourself a PC. We straight, bro.
We got nothing. Whatever. I don't think you got an Xbox.
You guys are a bunch of elitists.
Nigga, we got nothing to worry about that garbage anymore.
Yeah,
my thing is,
the game still need to come out to play
them. They'll come out on PC. They'll come out.
Just want to let you know.
They'll come out.
So
not the PlayStation exclusives.
Well, what do you think? What do you think with the game? What do you think? Is anything safe now? Like I don't think anything's safe. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about
No.
shit?
No, I don't think anything's safe really. I mean,
until that day and I buy it, I don't believe anything right now.
Yeah, man. It's. I'd like to see a little more communication. Like instead of just dropping, boom, games getting delayed. Just hey, production isn't, development isn't going as smoothly as we can due to COVID.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a cop out.
But look, COVID has fucked everything up. You could see it. People are not showing
my
stuff.
I don't have a job. I need video games.
It just feels like it's. I think even though it's frustrating, or even for Nintendo fans and Sony guys, like Sony has shown more, but Nintendo hasn't shown shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what the hell's coming out this holiday.
Yeah. About Nintendo, especially after that leak, I'm not expecting Nintendo to really show us anything until a holiday season or after holiday season.
But I think is the reason they don't want to show anything because they don't have stuff. Like they completely stopped developing stuff for like months. They're not. It's not like over here in the U.S. or like over in Europe and stuff that they started like working from home. Nintendo doesn't do shit like that. They're super conservative. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, you guys can steal our shit. They're not gonna send fucking dev kits home. I just don't see that happening. I don't see Nintendo being the type of company.
Did you say dev kids home? Did you keep them in the office?
Development kits. But I think I think the way Sony's doing it too. I think it's the right thing. Just don't say shit. Just don't say anything until you know. That you don't end up in the same shit Microsoft is talking all this talk, and then when it comes to it, they overhype you. They got you, and I think it's the right thing. Like Spider-Man, right? That's supposed to come out this year in 2 months supposedly, or 3 months. We haven't seen a single fucking gameplay thing of it. But that's better than them showing some trashy ass thing like they did with Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's better. Don't show something that's unfinished.
Agreed.
Just don't fucking show it.
Okay, so now that they made this game, this Tony Hawk game, I want to see a remake of Underground, the first one.
Oh, don't be surprised.
I mean,
this game is gonna do pretty well.
It might get there, but I'm trying to see on the next Skate game.
They already announced it, so you should be fine. But again, it's EA. So.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there anything I missed?
Some Baldur's Gate. Maybe?
Oh yeah, you want to talk about Baldur's Gate? Go for it.
That game. It's funny because they live streamed it, and in my opinion, these guys should really write a script, do a show, like because it ends up being something like Us, where it sounds like a bunch of dudes with low quality equipment, which I'm sure most of them it was, and even though embarrassingly enough, they tried to like green screen shit in. But anyways, it ended up being like a bunch of dudes in their rooms with low quality equipment recording, and it just like the flow was terrible because you would hear one dude talk and then the next dude would try to talk, and it's like they're trying to communicate but it's coming in different intervals, So by the time like Jeff Keighley or whatever his name is fucking wants to say something, uh, the other one of the developers is midway trying to explain something else.
Oh, that happened. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, bro.
That
So it's like
sucks.
it's so fucking it was really annoying. Like a bunch of it's like a bunch of cuts that were like really retarded and it's just streaming lag between them. It's just really bad. Really, 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 really bad content.
Hmm.
Um and then like they're trying to show and one thing that took me by surprise was that they were trying to show gameplay, but then again Jeff tried to sidebar it, or no, oh, they're trying to not Jeff but one of the developers try to sidebar the gameplay, and it's like, what the fuck, what are you doing? Well, what do you mean, what, let's see the gameplay and continue talking over the gameplay type of shit, whatever you have to say. But he took the gameplay off because it said it'd take a long ass time. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? It'll take a long ass time. To me, that means like you had that 3 seconds that you wanted to show us, and you were scared to show us anything else, in my opinion, or from what I saw. Because he literally was like, okay, no, don't show any more gameplay. Let's continue fucking talking. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean continue talking? This is supposed to be like a gameplay reveal shit.
So, what do you think
Um,
of the gameplay itself?
so they showed very briefly. They showed like the dialogue, and it was very like Dragon Age, very Dragon Age, very Mass Effect. But then it was really cool where they kind of show you that a lot of your decisions, a lot of things that you do there's a dice roll behind it.
You could hide that
So
if you want to. You don't have to
uh
see it.
I'm sure you don't, but I thought it was pretty cool that it did. There's certain games where I want to see something like that, where there's a dice roll in your decisions, and you want to feel that factor. Like Fallout, you want to feel like there might be a losing factor in your decisions. Like you just don't want to max out your speech, and then all of a sudden your whole game is a slide
Yeah,
because
yeah,
everything is behind that speech. In this game, there's other factors that are in the play that
yeah.
take effect in whether or not you're going to successfully do what you're going to do. For example, you're in this like goblin or a troll camp, and instead of just going in, apparently slaughtering every troll that you see, they decided to talk their way in and be chill about it. But before you know it, they get into some encounter with some dude, maybe from a previous game. Apparently, he was a notable character. Um, and they decided to like the chat got to choose whether or not to kiss his feet, or spit on his face, completely ignore the fucking dude, and which would start a fight, and you see how it goes. So the chat decided to pick kiss the feet, but within that decision, there was a sub choice. It opened up another choice within that choice. He was wearing a toe ring on his foot, and you could decide whether you wanted to just kiss his feet or attempt to steal that ring while kissing his feet, type of
Yeah,
shit. So it had those like little innuendos and those quirks, but it was interesting seeing a decision within another decision,
yeah. Because
and that and then
it is D
streaming
and
along.
D. It is D and D. At the end of the day,
Hmm.
it is Dungeons and Dragons. That's why they keep all those. Like this whole game is about it's about the experience of you guys, like us on a table playing D&D. You just like, oh, he has a ring on his thing. What are you gonna do? Try to steal it? You know? Yeah, I'm just gonna steal
Exactly.
it. Like it's like that,
And
but
then
in game
then
form.
dice roll, and then the
Has
Yeah,
dice
anybody
roll,
ever has
and
anybody
then
ever
it
played D&D
dexterity.
or any
yeah,
of
yeah.
those games?
Pretty much. What was that?
Has anybody ever played one of those games before, like
Yeah,
actual?
I've played, I've
D&D.
I've
played,
done it.
I've
Yeah, I played
RP'd,
D&D.
I've D&D'd.
Yeah,
I did a game of Pathfinder for a couple months.
yeah,
It wasn't that bad.
yeah. It's fun if you have a good group of people that like that they would willing to play with you and like willing to uh
Role play shit
role
out with.
play and
Hmm.
you also need a good DM, right? Like somebody that's
Oh
like
yeah, someone that knows that what they're doing and how to keep the momentum flowing.
yeah, and they have like good like scenarios and
Stories.
stuff like that, yeah.
Hmm.
But this is the cool thing about Baldur's Gate is that in game form, right? So I really want to see how deep they go into like, because I know, for example, one of the early other gameplays, you saw the dude like he literally just grabbed his shoe and threw it at him. You know what I mean? The skeletons.
Yeah, yeah. Or he was like super low level in that dungeon,
Yeah.
and that was a choice. It was either like for the most part when you're that level apparently, because the beginning of the game, I guess they throw you right into hell, no pun intended. Uh, but they throw you into like I think the beginning of the game you're in one of the rings of hell, and you're level one, and even though the first ring of hell isn't that hard, at level one you're a bitch, you're glass. So for the most part you're trying to run, escape, and get out of there, and that being one of the options when you don't have like when your evasion stats are extremely low and it doesn't look like you're going to be able to escape, throwing your shoe is like a buff between running and fighting.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I can't wait to play the early access. I guess in September. Right now,
Yes,
I really
it's
don't know.
very it'll be very soon, but the game is gonna have like this co-op element to it, which is
Yep, four
another thing
player.
which nah, don't be too excited, my guy. They kind of didn't dive into that. They didn't want to go into they had a little excuse, but they didn't go too much into it. Type of shit. It was like
How
that
was
sounds
that?
like they
I
might
think
not
I
even.
think it, I think it was confirmed because it's very
It's
similar to.
confirmed. Oh, it's confirmed, all right. But who's to say? Who's to say
Oh,
if it's not an update 6 months into the game's release?
oh yeah, but the game technically is not releasing September. It's not released maybe next year. It's
Yeah.
like the early access, but Divinity did have co-op too. So, and I know I like the whole idea that you could literally go to the other side of the map and I'll be the other side of the map doing something else, which is kind
Something
of cool.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell you, hey, help me out, do this quest, go do this part of it, and I'll go do this part of it, and we'll meet here.
Mhm.
That's kind of neat. But yeah, I don't know if you guys hear that in the background. I think it's time for us to end this. Um,
The boss is home.
yep. So yeah, thanks guys for listening. Definitely check us out on YouTube, Never Ready Channel, Twitter, MVRDY Podcast, and we'll see you
I
guys
have
next
no
week.
friends. Be my friend.
Yep, Pedro said it. All right, take you guys out. Thank you.
Easy.
Bye.
Peace.